Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Bitchin' Whispers. Today I wanted to talk to you guys about something that I noticed in my tank, my African dwarf frog tank. I'm still in shock about it, and it's just like a total shock, and I'm also confused. But okay, here we go. So, yesterday I fed my African dwarf frogs Dolce and Gabbana their bloodworms, and I noticed that only Dolce came out, and she ate like a pig, and like she wolfed her little food down, whatever, and she started swimming around with her little full belly and whatever, whatnot. So I was like, okay, cool, she's fine, whatever. But I did notice that Cabana didn't come out, and I'm like, well, maybe she's hiding in her little pagoda house, and she'll come out later, after Dolce gets her food and goes on about her business or whatever. So I didn't think nothing of it. And then today, as I'm cleaning, well, I rearranged my bedroom, and I was cleaning up, whatever stuff I had on the floor, whatever, and I just happened to look down, at my tank and was playing around with Dolce. And Dolce was swimming around, and I was like, ew, Dolce, it's time to change your water. Your water's looking a little greenish, even though, I've changed the filter and everything like that. So I was like, well, okay, it's been 3 months, it's time to change your water. So I said, I'm sitting there looking at at Dolce, and I'm like, Dolce, and it's funny because now that I'm thinking about it, it's so funny. Dolce's like looking back at me, and I'm looking at her, and I'm like, where's Gabbana? And it was so funny because I swear to God, this frog thinks she can talk to me. She, blah, she opens her mouth like blah blah, and like two bubbles pop out, like she's talking to me. And I'm like, okay, whatever, frog. Where's Gabbana? And I'm like, I noticed that, there's like leftover bloodworms in the bottom of the tank. And I'm sitting there like, normally there's never bloodworms in that tank. Because Dolce and Gabbana, I mean, they go ham when it comes to them bloodworms. It's so funny with them too. And I was like, Dolce, where's Gabbana? And, she's just blah blah, and two bubbles pop out of her mouth. And I'm like, okay, something's up. So I was looking around the tank, and I looked behind the tank, but there's no way, Gabbana could get out of the tank. So I know she couldn't have jumped out, because African dwarf frogs, they jump out of a tank. They can't breathe out of the water, so they're aquatic miniature frogs, so they have to stay in water. So I'm like, okay, I'm looking around a little filter thing, seeing if she probably got sucked up. There's no way she can get sucked up. I've had them for like 3 months now, and they swim underneath the little water thing. It's crazy. So I'm like, okay, I don't get it. I'm freaking out. I'm like, oh God. So I sit down, and I'm just staring at Dolce, and Dolce's staring at me, and I'm staring at Dolce, and Dolce's staring at me. And it was so funny. I just looked at her and got my nose to the tank, and I said, you ate her, didn't you? And like, I don't know what it was, but when that frog opened its mouth, and it was like a million freaking bubbles was coming out of her mouth, like blah 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 blah. And I'm like, you freaking ate her. You ate your freaking sister, your little partner. You killed her. Oh my God, that is freaking nuts. I'm like, you ate her. You flipping ate her, didn't you? And she's like, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, I don't want to hear it. It was like, it was crazy because I kind of like argued with a freaking African dwarf frog that I think about it. But I was like in shock, like, oh my God, she ate the other dwarf frog. Holy cow. So I was just like, you know what? I'm not even gonna argue. I was like, maybe you didn't eat her. I don't know what the hell you did, but you know something. You know something. So I scooped her out and put her in her little like I have like this container bowl that I put the water in, and like I keep her in there when I have to change the tank. So I like, changed the tank, was cleaning it out, scooped out the rocks, and cleaned everything out and stuff. And reset the water, and excuse me, I reset the water, and everything. was just like, holy cow, she was just, whenever I came in the room, she would swim around her little container, but then when I came in the room, she would stop and she would stare at me. And I'm like, I'm not talking to you. And it was so funny. I'm like, she's all like, blub, blub, blub. And I'm like, I'm not talking to you. So, like, I'm cleaning out the tank and I'm coming back in. I'm filling it up with water, and I put the Aqua Safe stuff in, a little conditioner and everything in there. And so I hold up, after I did all that, I hold up the container and I'm looking at her and I'm like, for the last time, where's Gabbana? And blah, 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 blah. And I was like, you know what? I don't even want to hear it. If you could speak, I'm pretty sure you could tell me. So, I took her little scooper, scooped her out. The funny thing about Dolce is so, both of the frogs, okay, both of my African dwarf frogs were so tamed. They were used to me, you know, feeding them their bloodworms, through a little spoon. They were used to me, scooping them out or playing little tag with the little spoon that I have with it. They see the spoon, they'll run around it or something, or they'll jump on it and want me to like lift them up. I play the stupid ass game called Seesaw with them. Like they'll sit on the spoon, the teaspoon, and I'll go up and down and up and down in the water, and they get a kick out of that shit. So, so when she saw the spoon, she knew jump on the spoon, and I'm going in the water. So, she jumped on the spoon. Like when I put her in the container, when I put the spoon in the container, she jumped on it. She ran around and I said, I'm not playing with you. And she just looked at me and I was like, get on the spoon. She jumped on the spoon. And I scooped her out and I put her in the tank. She jumped off the spoon. She kind of looked at me. I don't get these freaking frogs. This frog, I don't get her. I really don't. She just looked at me. So she comes up to the to the tank and she gets what they call a Zen mode. But I know it wasn't no freaking Zen mode because this bitch, she gets all in her little Zen mode and she's like propped up on there. Now, let me tell you something about Dolce, honey. Dolce is a trooper. When I got her, I noticed that she was missing a limb. Like one of her limbs were, I guess, nipped off. And now that I'm looking at her, I noticed that one of her little webbed feet are like a little bit frayed or something. So obviously she got in a little battle with Gabbana, I guess. I don't know. And I guess like she went all Sharon Stone, basic instinct, and just a single white female and just killed the bitch. I don't know. So it was just so funny, but like she's like swimming around and looking at me right now, and she loves it when I do like my my vlogs to you guys. She knows I'm doing it, so she's all like swimming around and looking at me or whatever, and I'm just not paying her no attention. But she's such a booger shit, I swear. But she's I don't know what to do. I mean, I'm keeping her still, but I'm not getting another one to put in there so she can turn around and get jealous and go all crazy and shit. Psycho dwarf frog or whatever. So I'm just gonna like let her. I'm just gonna let her keep the tank to herself and see what happens. But right, she's like staring at me right now. I wish I had my camera to like let you guys see what the hell she's doing. She thinks she's slick. She ain't fucking slick. I'll beat her ass if she can come out the tank. But I'm just like freaking out. I'm like looking online, seeing if this is what African dwarf frogs do with one another. I don't know. The tank is a 1.5-gallon tank, so it was enough for 2 African dwarf frogs. But I made sure because I wanted to have two, because I wanted to have name them Dolce and Gabbana. Now I just like got just Dolce. So I guess the title of this is gonna be Dolce Kill Gabbana. Wow. But it's off the chain about that. I got pictures of Gabbana, lovely Gabbana, and Dolce, and I guess I'll show you guys what they are. Okay, this first one that's popped up is that is the lovely Gabbana. She's the one that's standing up in what they call a Zen mode. As you can see, she's like, oh, and she's looking at me with the tank. She's looking at me from the corner like, oh, what are you doing? Because I was taking pictures that day. I was taking pictures of them. And I was trying to film video, but the video wouldn't, I couldn't get it from my phone and email it to my Yahoo account so I could put it on here. It won't do it. I don't get it. It's a stupid ass phone. I don't know. But yeah, that's Gabbana right there. And that one, the next picture, as you can see, you see Gabbana's legs. Okay, that one right there, that little spot right down there at the bottom, besides Gabbana's legs, that's Dolce. Miss Dolce, she likes to hide and she likes to like she's like an in your face type of frog, you know. She's cool as hell, but she would rather be in your face. Um, I love her. I love her to death. She's a sweetheart. But I swear to God, if she killed Gabbana, that's just gonna be crazy. That's so psycho. So psycho. This next picture is Dolce and Gabbana again. And of course, Gabbana being the center of attention, still in her little zen mode. And she's very, very good at standing up like that. Dolce can do it too, but Gabbana's got it like down pat. She was so awesome about that. She just lived for it. And it was so funny, like every morning or every time I'd be in my room or I'm getting ready for work or doing something, she would always get up and she would come out and she would be in that position and she would watch me go, you know, get ready for work, or if I'm like sending you guys a vlog, or if I'm reading for Whisper Library or something like that, or if I'm printing something off my printer, because my printer was right beside the tank also. Which, by the way, I checked my printer. No, Gabbana did not jump in my printer to Xerox herself or scan herself. So no, like I said, she couldn't get out of the damn tank. There's like no way she can get out of that tank. So I don't freaking know. I don't get it, but Gabbana was like awesome. Dolce's awesome too, but Gabbana was like the center of attention. Like I wish I could I showed y'all that video of her like acting crazy, but it was funny. I was playing a Madonna song, and it was that one where it's like Madonna's doing like a cheer, and it has like Nicki Minaj in it, and it has the other group in it. I think it's LMFL. I don't know, but it was that song, and I was sitting there singing it, and you know, I think Gabbana was like, she was digging it because she would be like swimming and she would dance around or whatever it was. So it was weird. So it's kind of funny. And of course, Dolce was like hiding in her but the pagoda house that I have in there. And then like whenever I played any gothic songs like Nine Inch Nails or Marilyn Manson, Dolce would come out and Gabbana would go, and I was like, what the dude? That is so crazy. So it was funny. I was watching. Okay, now I know. Now that I think about it, I think Dolce is goth because I sat there and I was watching two movies, Phantom of the Opera with Gerard Butler. Oh my God, that was like totally awesome. I never would have thought that he was the Phantom of the Opera. That was like cool. And what was it? Repo, the rock opera. I love that movie. Ugh, that is so cool. I love that movie. But anyway, I was watching those two movies, and you know, Dolce came out. She would watch the whole movie with me, and she watched both movies. I had them on my laptop, and she came out and she just did her little Zen mode, and she would just sit there and watch the whole thing. And then when I popped in Phantom of the Opera, I just noticed that like I was sitting beside the tank when I was watching it, and she was watching the whole thing. But when I watch something like, oh God, it's so funny. When I watch something like, what did I watch? What was that stupid movie with Alicia Silverstone and they were in high school? and she was like, as if, and it had Brittany Murphy in it. What was that? A friend of mine brought it over here. I think it was Clueless. Yeah, it was Clueless. I was watching Clueless, and Gabbana would come out. And then if I watch something like not Material Girl, who's that girl? I watched that Madonna movie. She would come out, Gabbana would come out, but it was just so funny. So I don't know, they both have split personalities. This is a close up of Gabbana. Of course, you can see Dolce had like faded away. She went in her little house. She got bored. She was like, "Fuck it, I'm going in the pagoda house." And she kind of like faded away. So it was all Gabbana, and Gabbana was the center of attention, still in her little zen mode. By this time, it was like an hour had gone by, and this girl, I swear, this frog was like straight zen. Like she didn't move. I thought she died. I was like, oh shit, did she die in that position? That sucks. But sorry guys, I'm over here yawning. But when I tapped the glass, she just looked over at me and blew bubbles at me. So I was like, okay, I guess you're good. This is her again. Like as you can see, her little reflection. It was like she was giving herself a kiss. It was so funny. I was like, what the hell are you doing, Gabbana girl? You see yourself in the mirror. She's like, blah, blah, blah. And it would bubble back at her. And she would bubble back and it would bubble back. And I was just like, you're such a retard, I swear. But you're cute at the same damn time. So it was really cute. This last one is of, that is Dolce. Now I was trying to get a picture of her wounded arm, but she wouldn't show it. So, she was just, out and about. Gabbana had went in the pagoda house. I should have showed y'all a picture of that. But Gabbana had went in her pagoda house. And when she went in, Dolce came out. And I was like, Dolce, come on. I don't know what the hell I was thinking, but it's like they understand me. And I was like, Dolce, come on, take pictures, take pictures. And Dolce was just like creeping around. Like, she was like crawling around. And she was creeping around and creeping around. And she just looked over at me. And I was like, come on, take a picture, take a picture. So this is the only one that I could get of her. Cause like she wouldn't do any damn thing else. She was such a booger shit, I swear. But now that she's got like the tank to herself, she's like all over the place. She's like swimming around right now. So I swear, it's crazy. That frog is like a nutbag. I swear, she's a freaking nutbag. But I live for her. But I don't know. I'm not buying another one. I know that damn much. She can keep that tank to herself. But now I know that instead of giving one whole cube, I'll just give like a half of a cube because one whole cube of bloodworms is for two frogs, and a half a cube is for one frog. So you know, she'll just get a half a damn cube. It don't matter. She'll tear it up any damn way. She lives for it. But I only feed them like once a week. I don't feed them like 3 times a week because um she's a big ass frog. So I just follow how it is. And it was like the first time I got them, I would feed them like 3 times. I mean, not 3 times a week. Like I would feed them like on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And they were like, they wouldn't eat. They would eat, but they wouldn't eat as much. So I was like, you know what? You're not eating it. I'm just gonna feed you guys once a week, and it worked out better that way. So that worked out a whole lot. And they were like always full. Their bellies were like so like you could. It was like their underbellies, like the light part of their skin and everything. You could see like from where they ate the bloodworms and how it was like all red inside their bodies and stuff. And it was like I would know that when it was time to feed them again, when that red was like gone. So I was like, okay, the food's digesting them. But it was so funny because like when they ate their bloodworms for the first time, their stomachs were so full. I thought they were gonna bust because they had so much bloodworms in their stomach. Like you could see it protruding, you know, through their their skin. And I was like, y'all are freaking glutton, for punishment. Y'all are just some gluttony ass frogs. But and you know what? That just brings me to another question. Where the hell do they go poop at? I know that's wrong for me to ask that question. But, like, if they ate all that food, where do they go to the bathroom? And I don't really want to know what it looks like, but, like, ew, I had to clean your tank, bitch. So, but I just wanted to let you guys know that I have a African dwarf frog that killed her other African dwarf frog in the tank. And I'm sad, but I'm also shocked and questionable all at the same time. I feel like I should be sadder. I should be mad. I don't know what the hell I'm feeling right now. I'm just in awe. So to make myself happy, I'm gonna go and order a calzone and a salad and a 2-liter bottle of Sprite. Toast to dear old Gabbana. You were a good old frog, and I'm gonna miss you. And to Dolce for if Gabbana was being a bully to her, she stood her ground. But damn, girl, you ain't got to eat her. 'Cause like that's the thing. Like there's no trace of Gabbana in the tank anywhere. Like no bones, no skin, nothing. So I'm like, did she eat? She had to have eaten Gabbana. But oh my God, how the hell can you eat something like what the hell? So you know what, guys? If anyone out there can find any kind of information and let me know about this situation, because I've been looking online for the past 4 hours and I can't find anything from any websites or any magazine or anything saying yes, African dwarf frogs eat their own, or African dwarf frogs eat other African dwarf frogs for protection, or I don't know. I mean, like, I don't know, but if that's what they do, then damn. And, damn and wow, because that's shocking as well as interesting. I never would have thought that. So, yeah, I thought I'd let you guys know about that. And, thanks for listening. Also, thank you for listening to my Whisper Library channel. I'm working on doing good stories. Because some of the stuff I did about, like, Mitt Romney and about the Washington and Colorado, or was it Michigan? Washington and Colorado legalizing marijuana in their states. So, I've been noticing that. And, thanks for listening to my story that I posted on this channel too. The Stockholm Syndrome one. I really liked that story. It seemed real. So, there's a couple more stories too that I'm gonna have to post on here because it's gonna be a while before I can post it onto my Whisper Library channel. But I figure that once I can like upload longer uh, longer videos on my Whisper channel, I'll just take it off of this channel and put it over on there. So that way it'll even it out. But I'll like still keep posting on here and everything. And I might just have like a little surprise for you guys because I noticed that I had another channel on YouTube as well, and it's still there. And I could have sworn I closed that account off, but apparently I didn't. So I think, what the hell is she doing? What the hell are you doing? Anyway, so she just bubbled at me like she's arguing with me. I can't believe she just did that to me. But yeah, I noticed that I have some videos on there that I did back in 2010, 2011. And it's not a whisper, but it was crazy. Let's do a video diary again. Okay. Well, long story short, I have three channels now. A live action, a video diary, this whisper channel of me, and my whisper library. So, yeah, and my first one, you guys get to see what I look like. You know who I am, get to know me, whatever. And you know what I went through in 2011 when I went to Florida, and then how I ended up where I was with my baby. Okay, yeah. Anyway, so I think I'll set up a link for that and I'll go back. Okay, so I got a lot of fucking work to do. Shit. Wow. Okay. Um, yeah. Oh, I'm gonna have to work on that one. It's a good thing I'm off today and tomorrow from work. Oh, oh, I have to tell you guys about work. Yeah, a lot has fucking happened with that. You know what? I'm just gonna do another video, another vlog of that one, and I'll post it after this so you guys can like listen up on that one. So anyway, I'm gonna stop here, guys, so I can do this other one, and then um do a whisper library, and then do a live action. Hey, I think I'll do the live action tomorrow. But anyway, long story short, thanks for listening. Thanks for viewing. Thank you so very much for subscribing. And if anybody can find out information pertaining to about African dwarf frogs, more information than what I'm getting, because I, for the life of me, cannot find out if African dwarf frogs killed their own. I can't find it. If anybody can find it via YouTube or via email or whatever, please let me know, because this is like crazy psycho. It's freaking me out.